Contenders. I'm your host, Peg Young. This is the last Friday of January already, and it is a very special day for us here on the Contenders because it is our 100th show, number 100 already, and it just feels like yesterday that we were worried about starting our first show. We hope that you will stay tuned with us as we show you more fun times with the quiz. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. Welcome to our special 100th show. We have Team Fat, Chip Hickman, and BW Wiens. So, why Team Fat?
Well, we're not skinny.
We're fat.
Big boned.
All right.
Chunky.
Well,
Thick.
big boned is good.
Big boned.
Welcome to our stage, Team Fat, and good luck to you.
Thanks.
And going against Team Fat, we have the Crimson team, Nam Kung-sun and Kang Ne-young. So, why Crimson?
Crimson is the color of Korea University. We both are studying at Korea University. I'm majoring in food science, and she's an exchange student from University of Hawaii and doing masters in business administration. And that's it.
I see. Well, I'm really impressed to see your very pretty crimson sweater.
Thank you.
Good luck to all of you today, Team Fat and Crimson team. Let's begin our quiz. And Team Fat, you have first choice. Q, U, I, or Z sets of questions?
We'll go with I.
All right, question set I, number 1. Of the following, which fairy tale character does not begin a princess? 1, Sleeping Beauty, 2, Snow White, 3, The Little Mermaid, and 4, Cinderella.
Snow White. Cinderella. 4, Cinderella. Crack smoker.
Glad you had your partner there.
Yeah, crack smoke there.
And we go to question 2. Of the following, which golfer's nickname is the Great White Shark? 1, Jack Nicklaus, 2, Arnold Palmer, 3, Greg Norman, 4, Tiger Woods.
3.
Greg Norman.
Question number 3. Of the following, which is different from the other 3? 1, rock, paper, scissors, 2, Jan Ken Bo, 3, Jack and Poi, 4, Yi Ol San. Okay, do you want to use chance?
We're going to use the chance on this one.
Yeah, chance.
Okay. Make your final. Actually, we're going to take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And let's make your final decision.
Let's go with. Okay.
We're going to go with number 1.
Actually, rock, paper, and scissors, the other names are for the same game. You've never played the game?
Played a game, but don't speak those languages.
Well, Jan Ken Bo is Japanese, and Jack and Poi is Filipino. And Yi Ol San is a Chinese different game.
Okay.
And so you end the section with 20 points. However, we have a lot of the quiz ahead. So
Surely back.
And now, Crimson, you have a choice, Q, U, or Z sets of questions.
How about Z?
All right, we will go with question set Z, number 1. Of the following, which is the color of a polar bear's fur? 1, black, 2, white, 3, pink, 4, brown.
Number 2, white.
Question number 2. How many black keys are in an octave on a piano? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 4, 7. Do you want to use chance?
Yes.
All right, we'll make things easier for you. Take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And
We'll take number 3.
You guys don't play the piano? Oh, we're never forced to take lessons from your parents?
No.
Ah, so what instruments do you play?
I don't play any instruments.
Oh. Ah. Do you play anything?
Oh, I used to play the piano.
And you had to take chance? Oh, I know your piano teacher is not very happy right now.
Just, I'm not sure about that.
I see. And we go to question 3. Of the following, what is the most famous name in hi-fi noise reduction systems? 1. Dewsbury. 2. Digby. 3. Dolby. 4. Adobe.
Yeah, number 3. Dolby.
Going on to question number 4. Which of these sports leagues does not concern a ball game? 1. MLB. 2. WBA. 3. NFL. 4. NBA.
Okay, number 2.
Very good. It's World Boxing Association. And we move on to question number 5. Of the following, who was Don Quixote's imaginary love? 1. Rocinante. 2. Sancho Panza. 3. Beatrice. And 4. Dulcinea.
Number 4.
Beatrice belongs to Dante, right? And moving on to question 6. Of the following, which opera ends with Rodolfo holding the dying Mimi? 1. La Bohème. 2. La Traviata. 3. Carmen. 4. Turandot.
Just number 1.
Good guess. And was that a guess on your part?
Yeah.
And going to question 7. Of the following, in which city was the first Winter Olympic Games held? 1. Sokoto, Nigeria. 2. Sapporo, Japan. 3. Salt Lake City, US. 4. Chamonix, Mont Blanc, France.
Number 4.
And the year of that game was 1924. And we move on to question 8. Which country in Southeast Asia was never ruled by a European nation? 1. Indonesia. 2. Cambodia. 3. Thailand. 4. Philippines.
I think number 3, Thailand.
Indonesia was ruled by the Netherlands, Cambodia, France, and the Philippines, Spain, and the US. And we move on to question number 9. What word describes the dot painting technique of Seurat? 1. Pointillism. 2. Pictillism. 3. Dactylism. 4. Detailism.
Number 1, pointillism.
And Crimson, I know that one of you studied art history, so this must have been cake for you. And we are actually approaching question number 10. You do know that if you get this correct, we get to give you 50 bonus points. Are you excited?
Yes.
Very.
Moving on to question 10. In Greek mythology, the underworld is surrounded by a series of rivers. Which one is the river of lamentation? 1. The Cocytus. 2. The Phlegethon. 3. The Acheron. And 4. The Lethe.
Number 4, the Lethe.
1. That was a pretty tough question. And, well, despite Team Fat's fighting efforts, Crimson, you are in the lead with 90 points. But, remain encouraged, Team Fat. We have a lot of the quiz ahead. The second section is pretty important. We see how well you work together as a team because one of you will come up next to me and give the partner the words that we give you on the board using only hints. You can do anything you want, though. You can sing, dance, whatever catches your fancy. This is for a pre-chosen category of words, 20 words, and you are given 100 seconds to go through it. Team Fat, if you're ready, please take your position next to me. And your category is called Tool Time. Are you Matt, who's good with his hands?
Well, some people have said so. No, we just got that category. It was the best of the ones that we were given to choose.
It was
from,
between that and ballet. We went with
Romanticism.
tools.
So we're just going to try it,
All
see
right.
what happens.
All right. Ready?
Yep,
Go.
bring it on.
Hammer.
Nut, sand,
Bolts.
vodka and orange juice,
Screwdriver.
person who fixes cars,
Mechanic.
a hole,
Drill. Saw.
height,
Tape measure. Tape.
pass. Gorilla,
Warfare.
gorilla and bolt, turning,
Wrench.
titan, gorilla,
Can't.
pass,
Pass.
builds houses, wood,
Carpenter.
sculpture,
A chisel.
cut down a tree.
Axe.
Okay, begins with P, stall, muck out a stall.
Just a plumbing. A plunger.
No, muck out a horse's stall.
Pass.
Pass. Drain water, lots of holes, round.
Sprinkler.
Nope, pass. Owners for a car.
A manual.
TV show, guy that fixes everything.
Tool time.
No. Begins with M.
Oh. Mechanic.
Bottles and snot, fixes everything, out of jail.
Mr.
Begins with M. Pass. Where it's on your eyes, driving a motorcycle. swimming.
Goggles.
The guy can blow things up with bubble gum. MacGyver, yes?
Yeah.
And
Tools.
cleaning a stall of a horse, pitchfork. And we were looking for, with the gorilla and the
Yeah, monkey.
Monkey
Got it
wrench.
after. Yeah.
And you were really close with this. You said tape measure. We were looking for measuring tape.
Okay.
But you end the section with 130 points. Now, Crimson, if you're ready, please take your position. And you chose Rolling Stones as your category. Are you a big fan?
No, actually, I'm a big fan of Pagan.
Oh, well, thank you. But did you study up for this list?
Yes.
All right, we'll see how well you're going to do. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Singer. Lead
Mick
singer.
Jagger.
Yeah. Where are they from?
London, England.
Yes. Our song title is
Ruby Tuesday.
yes. Guitarist K. K.
K.
Started with K.
Oh,
Famous.
Keith Richard.
Yeah. What did Mick Jagger receive from the United Kingdom?
Knighthood.
Pass. When did they debut? When did they?
1962.
Released first album.
First album.
Yeah, first album.
Pass.
Just tour B.
Bridges to Babylon.
Yes. H. Song title. Pass. Current wife of Mick Jagger.
Jerry Hall.
Just first, his single of the Rolling Stones. His sentence.
Pass.
Famous awards. Music awards.
Grammys.
Yeah. Pass. Pass.
Well, these are pretty familiar works to us, but very hard to describe sometimes. And you're really close with 1962. It's 1964 that we were looking for. And Heart of Stone was what we were going for. The sentence you were looking for is It's All Over Now, the single.
Yeah.
Well, Crimson, despite your troubles, you do end this section still in the lead, 170 points. And now for a section that many of us are waiting for, let's welcome Mr. David Hwang.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. You guys doing okay? I just want to remind you, as my co-host Baek Eun-young says, there's plenty of game left. There's plenty of points, so let's get this game on the road, eh? Okay, the next section is a round of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to buzz in will get the first chance to answer. But if that team gets the question wrong, that chance will be given over to the other team. Now, if you guys both get it wrong, we're going to help you out with the help of a spelling hint. There's 15 questions in all, 30 points per question, and you get 5 seconds to answer each one. Got it? Any questions? No? Okay.
Number one, please.
Number one, here we go. It's about sport. This sports star was selected as 2003's worst player in radio broadcasts and magazines in Italy. This person, who was a player for AC Milan, was kept on the bench due to discord with the coach. Who is this soccer player who led Brazil to victory in the 2002 World Cup along with Ronaldo and Ronaldinho?
Team Fat.
Rivaldo.
Herrera is his last name. And well, you've caught up with that one question, Team Fat. Even the score at 160 points. Each question is worth 30 points, so it's a very close game. Let's move on to our next question.
All right, question number 2 is about country. Recently, this country's government officials say they have decided to ban imports of textiles, pork products, mutton, apples, flowers, and some other items. They say that there are provisions in WTO rules which allow them to take such action for a period of up to 5 years. Its capital, Lagos, is...
Team Fat.
Nigeria.
And we're moving ahead, Team Fat, and let's move on to question 3.
Question 3 is about health. This may be more important to colon cancer prevention than previously believed, according to a study published in a U.S. medical magazine. It is found in fortified milk, salmon, cod liver oil, sardines, and mackerel. Spending time in the sun also helps the body produce this.
Crimson.
Vitamin D.
And with that, Crimson, you've evened the score. I'm surprised to find that it was the person who wasn't majoring in food science that answered that question. Let's move on to question 4.
All right, question number 4 is about the internet. A decision by France's biggest internet service provider, France Telecom subsidiary Wanadoo, to cut this broadband prices for customers last December has sparked a fierce counterattack from rivals in the sector. It is a technology for transmitting digital information at a high bandwidth on existing phone lines to homes and businesses. What is this?
Apartment buildings in Crimson.
ADSL.
Yes. Asymmetric digital subscriber line. And that's how a lot of the apartment buildings in Korea get broadband access. And we move on to question number 5.
Okay, question number 5 is about person. It was reported that this person declined from being selected as Person of the Year of 2003 for Time magazine when he learned that Time was planning on a year-end special as such. Who is this person, the current Secretary of Defense of the United States?
Team Fat.
Donald Rumsfeld.
And Team Fat, with that, you have tied the score at 220 again. And what did you think of his rejection?
I haven't the slightest opinion. I could care less.
Will you ever turn that down?
I mean, who was it? People Magazine? Who was it? Was
Time.
it Time? Well, they give any money for that? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. You know.
Moving on to our next question, please.
All right, question number 6 is about animal. The Greeks coined the term blank, meaning river horse, to describe the behemoth found in African rivers. This
Team Fat.
Elephants.
Crimson, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
This is an amphibious African mammal. It has a barrel-shaped bodies, large mouths.
Crimson.
Hippopotamus.
Yes. And in Greek, it means river horse. And we move on to our next question.
Question number 7 is about issue. The Ford family is hoping to raise $90 million by selling the world's...
Team Fat.
Egg.
And Team Fat, the score is once again tied at 250 pounds. 50.
That's right.
250 points, which is actually on your shirt.
And there you are.
Lovely shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Let's move on to question 8.
All right, question number 8 is about survey. This actor tops the list in a poll of the top 10 money-making stars of 2003 by an annual survey of motion picture exhibitors. He earned fame with The Mask, and he is...
Team Fat.
Jim Carrey.
Favorite film of Carrie's?
Not a fan, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
Not a fan?
don't like him.
Really?
I don't like slapstick. So
Really?
yeah.
I think he's funny.
I think not only is he funny, I think he's actually a really good actor, personally, but maybe that's just my thing.
It's probably just your thinking.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
A big anti-fan. And Crimson, I'd like to remind you, buzz in quickly. I know you knew the answer because you were calling it out with them. Want you to buzz in, please. And now let's move on to our next question.
All right, question number 9 is about food. BBC's Internet News reported that a Happy Blank and Happy ice cream, which make you feel good, are now in the market. The Happy Blank contains large quantities of melatonin, a hormone of milking cows, which helps...
Crimson.
Chocolate.
Team Fat, it is your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
which helps you recover from tiredness of jet lag. What is this dairy product?
Team Fat, 5 seconds. Team Fat?
Cream?
We are looking for, well, let's take a look at the hint. It's easier. Crimson.
Milk.
Yes, it is milk. And would you ever purchase Happy Milk if it came out on the market?
Yeah, sure.
I'm all
I'm
for
sad.
it. Yeah? Happy Milk, Happy Ice Cream? I mean, I like it already, you know. It's just added benefit of having the melatonin.
Just don't give it to your kids.
Why?
Because, you know, kids are all, never mind.
And now we're going to get all these letters from milk producers.
Yeah.
And let's move on to question 10.
Okay, question number 10 is about ship. On January 8th, Queen Elizabeth II of the UK has officially launched this ship, the world's largest cruise liner built. The liner's launch has been tainted.
Crimson.
Queen Mary's 2.
We would have taken QM2 as well. And Crimson, you're in the lead now, and move on to question 11.
All right, question 11 is about medicine. Low blood pressure is associated with an increased risk of this in people over 75 years of age, according to a new report. This risk seems to pertain only to Alzheimer's type this and is highest in people with persistently low blood pressure. This is a symptom that comes with age, and it is usually progressive deterioration.
Team Fat.
Parkinson's.
Crimson, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
A progressive deterioration of intellectual functions such as memory. What is this?
Crimson, 5 seconds. Crimson.
Dementia.
Yes. Parkinson's is a totally different degenerative disease. And we're now moving on to question number 12.
Okay, question number 12 is about science. In early January, NASA scientists showed off
Team Fat.
Spirit.
And it remains a very close game. Team Fat 310, Crimson 340, and each question is worth 30 points. Let's move on.
Here we go. Question number 13 is about economy. This company said both its sales and profits for the fourth quarter would be significantly higher than it had previously estimated. Thanks to strong demand, the firm said mobile phone sales had increased by 4% to 7 billion euros. This Finnish company
Team Fat.
Nokia. Nokia.
And the score is now tied. We move on to question number 14.
All right, question number 14 is about substance. Early this month, the U.S.'s Food and Drug Administration has rejected
Crimson.
Silicone.
And now, Crimson, you've got the lead 370, Team Fat 340. Team Fat, if you answer this correctly, you will tie the game and we'll have to go to a tiebreaker. Crimson, if you answer correctly, you'll win and go on to the finals. So it's a very important question. Let's have it.
All right, question number 15 is about literature. In Greek mythology, Odysseus protected his sailors from the noise of this by
Team Fat.
Sirens.
And so since Team Fat and Crimson, you are at a tie, it means that we have to give you a tie-breaking question. This is a very exciting time for us, very nerve-wracking time for you. So let us have our tie-breaking question.
This is a pale blue, highly poisonous gas with a strong odor. This acts as a strong oxidizing agent and is used in water purification. Although considered a pollutant in the lower atmosphere, where it is present in very small quantities.
Crimson.
Ozone?
Yes. And with that, Crimson, congratulations, you move on to the finals. Team Fat, that was a great game.
Rock, paper, scissors.
And if you just buzzed in a little more quickly, I think you were thinking about the answer. What do you want to say to your supporters?
I just want to say hi to the guys down in Busan. That's about it.
And?
Say hi to Misuk and her family. Date her up in the lockup.
Sensitive Stew?
Sensitive Stew. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Thanks.
Thank you very much for joining us today, all the way from Busan.
Yeah.
And I know you must be excited to be going on to the finals. How are you feeling?
Very relaxed.
Okay, as you head into the finals, you're going to go against the Garu team, which has won 4 times before. Do you have any special strategies to go against them?
We haven't thought that far ahead.
But you're just happy now?
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations again. We'll be right back after this. Final stage. Let's welcome back the Garu team. Welcome back, Peter and Erin Garnhum. So this is your attempt at win number 5.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
And so, how are you feeling?
Still nervous.
Happy to be on the 100th show, though.
Right? It's a very special moment for us.
For sure.
For you as well.
Yeah.
And Crimson, you do know this is a very special show for us, and maybe Well, I know you guys weren't planning it, but you have matching outfits today. The women do. Red tops and black pants. Red is my favorite color. It's beautiful.
I almost wore my green shirt.
Ah, well,
Would have been cute.
yeah. Well, it's cute now.
Okay.
Thank you very much for joining us. Good luck to all of you. Let's begin our final section. And now we give you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each, 10 to 50 points. You don't have to go in order. You just have to get the first question correct to choose the next question. What are today's categories?
All right, today's categories are Memorial 100, Geo World, Be Sporty, Profits, and Art.
And Memorial 100 is for us, as well as the fascinating category, which I'm going to go with question worth 10 points. This year is the 100th anniversary of the birth of this. In celebration of the 100th birthday of this, the first live-action film version of the story with sound was created under the same title. Following tradition in both theater and film, one actor portrays Captain Hook and Wendy's dad, Garu.
Peter Pan.
And it is from Barrie's 1902 novel, The Little White Bird. And Garu, you are on the board. You get to choose.
How about Geo World for 10 points?
Geo World, 10 points.
Asia is the largest continent in the world by almost 6 million square miles. Including outlying islands, it covers an estimated 17,139,000 square miles. The second largest continent is blank, approximately
Garu.
Africa.
And Crimson, I want to encourage you to buzz in really quickly to go against the Garu team because they are more used to our buzzer system. And Garu, you get to choose.
Geo World for 20.
Geo World, 20 points.
Mount Everest, located in the Himalayas of southern Asia, is the highest peak in the world at 29,035 feet. The second and third highest peaks, Mount Godwin, Austen, and Kanchenjunga, are also located in the Himalayas. Mount Godwin, Austen is also called locally
Garu.
K2.
It's also called Gapsang or Chogori. And the name Godwin Austen is for the peak's first surveyor, Colonel H.H. Godwin Austen, a 19th century English geographer. And Garu, you get to choose.
Okay, the same category for 30 points.
All right, Geo World, 30 points.
A lake is defined as an inland body of fresh or salty standing water. Accordingly, the largest lake in the world is this. At 143,000 square miles, this saltwater lake is the largest by far. It is bordered by Azerbaijan, Russia, Kazakhstan.
Garu.
The Caspian Sea.
The largest inland body is the Caspian Sea. I think we've had that a few times before.
Yes.
We've mentioned it in different questions on our show. And Crimson, I want to encourage you to take the chance anyway. And Garu, you get to choose.
Okay, how about Geo World for 40?
Geo World, 40 points.
The lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth was recorded in Antarctica. On July 21st, 1983, the temperature reached a low of negative 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit. On the contrary, the highest temperature ever recorded on Earth is 136 degrees Fahrenheit, recorded in 1922 in this country. It is one of the largest countries in Africa. It covers
Garu.
Sudan.
And Crimson, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
It covers an area of 1,757,000 square kilometers, much of which is desert. Tripoli is the capital and largest city. What is this country?
Crimson.
Libya.
And since 70, Gaddafi has been the leader. Crimson, it's good to see you on the board. You get to choose.
We'll finish off the category at 50 points.
All right, Geo World, 50 points.
This country entered recorded history about 5,000 years ago as a commercial trading center. Long under the influence of more powerful neighbors, it came under the domination of Iran in the 17th century. The country is made up entirely of 33 islands in the Persian Gulf. The main island, having the same name as its country, lies 24 kilometers east of Saudi Arabia and 29 kilometers west of Qatar.
Garu.
Bahrain.
Yes, it is. And the capital, largest city, is Manama. And how do you get to choose?
Okay, how about be sporty for 10?
Be sporty, 10 points. The village of Koksin, Hungary, was the birthplace of the horse-drawn carriage, probably in the 14th century. The town then lent its name to various other modes of transportation, including the stage blank and the motor bus. Garu.
Coach.
And in the 19th century, it developed into slang for teacher, and perhaps because teachers carry their students. And eventually the term was applied to sports teachers or coaches. And you get to choose.
Okay, 20 points. Be sporty.
Be sporty, 20 points. In the earliest days of American football, the backfield consisted of 4 players behind the linemen. The one farthest back from the line was called the fullback, fully back from the line. 2 players were positioned halfway between the linemen and the fullback and were called halfbacks. This was positioned 1 quarter. Garu.
Quarterback.
Yes. And he's also the man who usually throws the football. Well, man or woman who throws the football. And Garu, are you a big football player?
Not a player, but I am a fan for sure.
Do you have a favorite team?
Favorite NFL team would probably be the Seahawks.
And my university in Canada was famous for the Huskies, St. Mary's University Huskies. Go Huskies! Okay.
Does Hawaii have a football team too?
I think we do, but it's not part of the regular football league.
Ah, I see. It's kind of far away for the games, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, the University of Hawaii does have a pretty good football team.
Oh yeah, the
It doesn't have
collegiate
a,
level.
yeah, it doesn't have a professional team though. That's the thing.
I see. And so you get to choose.
Okay, be sporty for 30.
Be sporty, 30 points. This word is ultimately derived from the Greek word gymnasian, to train naked. Crimson.
Gymnasium.
That is correct. And Crimson, you are catching up. 70 versus Garu's lead of 150 points. You get to choose.
I'm not a big sports fan. Let's jump to art for 10 points.
All right, art, 10 points.
Hello everyone at the Contenders. My name is Lee Dae-hyung, the curator of Gallery Outside. People say that the number of galleries and museums is the level of cultural development of a country. If a nation loves culture and art, it's natural that the country's culture should be well developed. We hope to see some more larger and smaller galleries this year, 2004. Why don't you test your knowledge in this field? This existed in early Christian times, but did not evolve as an important decorative art until much later. This, which is a purely Western phenomenon, reached the status fine art in the 12th and 13th centuries, when it was combined with Gothic architecture to create a brilliant moving effect. In the arts, it is the colored paints used for making
Garu.
Stained glass.
Yes, it is. And Garu, you get to choose.
Okay, well, let's stay with art, I guess, for 20.
All right, art, 20 points.
In a traditional form of this, the emphasis is usually laid on the general design and composition of the work and on overall feeling. It is a rough drawing or painting in which an artist notes down his preliminary ideas.
Crimson.
Cartoon.
Garu, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Work that will eventually be realized with greater precision and detail. The term also applies to brief creative pieces.
Garu.
Sketch.
Easier word. And Garu, you get to choose.
Art for 30, please.
Art, 30 points.
This sculpture was originally intended to crown the gates of hell, a monumental entrance to the Musée des Arts Décoratifs in Paris. Inspired by the Inferno of Italian poet Dante Alighieri and the volume Flower Evil by French poet Baudelaire. The gates were never completed, and the pieces created for them, including this and the keys, are now exhibited separately as independent works. What is this bronze sculpture by French artist Octave?
Garu.
The Thinker?
Yes, it is. It was completed in the 1880s. And Garu, what would you like to have next?
Art for 40, please.
Art, 40 points.
You will be seeing a painting by an artist for this question. This artist often illustrated scenes from contemporary life in his paintings.
Garu.
Renoir?
Crimson, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
With his modern subject matter and spontaneous brush technique, he influenced the development of modern art. This picture, which depicts a couple on a boating excursion, was painted in 1874. Who is this French painter whose work inspired the Impressionist style, but who never identified his own work with Impressionism?
Crimson.
Manet?
Yes, Manet is the man we're waiting for. And Crimson, you get to choose.
Finish off art for 50.
Closing the category of art, 50 points.
This is often described as nihilistic, that is, rejecting all moral values. However, the members of this consider their movement an affirmation of life in the face of death. In any case, the name, this, which is French for hobby horse, won general support for its ambiguity and evident inanity. In the manifesto of 1918, this member, Chara, proclaimed, blank means nothing. What is this nihilistic movement?
Garu.
Dadaism?
Yes, it is. And with that, Garu, you get to choose.
Be sporty?
Yeah, let's
Be
go back to
sporty.
sports.
For
All
40. Be sporty for 40.
Be sporty for 40.
Sorry.
She's your wife.
I'll just kick myself off.
It goes both ways.
Be sporty for 40, and here I go. In 1936, this track star beat a racehorse over a 100-yard course. As a member of the U.S. track team in the 1936 Olympic Games, Garu.
Jesse Owen.
Yes. And because he was black, Hitler refused to acknowledge his wins. And Garu, you get to choose.
Okay, be sporty, 50 points.
Be sporty, closing the category, 50 points. The term hat trick was first used by this sports player in the 1800s. The pitcher, who took 3 wickets on 3 consecutive bowls, was allegedly entitled to receive a hat from his club commemorating this impressive feat. This is a high-scoring outdoor bat and ball game. Garu.
Cricket.
Yes, it is. Very popular game. Are you a fan of cricket?
No.
Yeah,
never,
it's not really big in Canada, so
Yeah, we're more
I
into
can
hockey.
barely.
That's our stick game in Canada is hockey. So.
Also has hat tricks.
Yes, which I almost. Yeah.
And you get to choose.
Memorial 100 for 20.
Memorial 100, 20 points. In celebration of the 100th anniversary of the founding of this organization, Brazil and France, the top 2 world rankers, will compete on May 20th. Garu.
FIFA.
Fédération Internationale de Football Association. And Garu, you get to choose.
Okay, Memorial 100 for 30.
Memorial 100 for 30 points. The 100-year anniversary ceremony for the Olympics will be held in Athens in Greece starting in August. Originally, Greece planned to hold the 26th Olympics in 1996 in celebration of the real 100-year anniversary of the modern Olympics, but lost to this city in the U.S. Garu.
Atlanta.
Yes. And it was money over commemoration, so. And Garu.
Okay, Memorial 100, 40 points.
Sure.
Memorial 100 for 40 points. This was a series of short conflicts broken intermittently by a number of truces and peace treaties. It resulted from disputes between the ruling families of the two countries, the French. Crimson.
100 Years' War.
From 1337 to 1453. And Crimson, you get to choose.
Finish off Memorial for 50 points.
Closing the category, Memorial 100, 50 points. The year 2004 is to be a meaningful one for the Czech Republic. Expectations for a prosperous economy are mounting right before they're entering into the EU. And also, May 1st is the 100th anniversary of the death of this person, who is known as the father of the country's national music. He is the first Bohemian composer to achieve Crimson.
Dvorak.
Symphony No. 9, The New World, Best Known Work. And Crimson, you choose.
Profits for 10.
Profits, 10 points.
The section that you guys both were deathly avoiding, here we go. 10 points, profits. 14 years before this sailed on her maiden voyage in 1912, a novel was published.
Garu.
The Titanic.
And you get to choose.
Okay, 20 points.
Which category?
Tough choice.
Just kidding. Here we go. Profits for 20. Back about 340 BC, Aristotle observed that this gave birth to live young that were attached to its mothers by umbilical cords. For this reason, he considered this animal and related creatures to be mammals. Biologists agreed with him 24 centuries later. Characteristic features of most of these are long snouts with rows of sharp teeth and rounded foreheads with a nostril on top, known as the blowhole. What is this mammal?
Garu.
A whale.
Dolphin. Dolphin. Oh.
And Crimson, it is your chance to answer, and yes, 5 seconds. Crimson.
Dolphin.
And, well,
It's okay.
you were out of time, Garu and Crimson.
I tried.
Got the
So it's
answer.
important.
And Crimson, which will you
30
have?
points. 30 points.
All right, profits, 30 points.
Among the first to suggest that clocks be moved ahead to extend daylight hours during the spring and summer was this person. However, it was not until March 31st, 1918, more than a century after his death, that Congress adopted the practice during World War I. And then daylight savings was also adopted in England, Germany, France, and many other countries. He is an American publisher, author, inventor.
Crimson.
Benjamin Franklin.
And which of the two would you like to have?
40 points.
All right, profits, 40 points.
That was my joke. That's my joke. Here we go. The Roman poet Lucretius published a poem in which he expounded the views of those Greek philosophers who believed the universe to be composed of this. But earlier researchers of this had vanished along with Lucretius's poem too. In 1417, however, one copy was discovered, and its views helped to persuade the chemists of early modern times to consider the notion of this. What is this, the smallest unit of matter?
Crimson.
Atoms.
And now we're on to our last question of the day. Profits, 50 points.
The first horseless carriage to be run by an engine was built by this inventor in 1860. It ran on illuminated gas. He also hitched a similar engine to a boat and produced the first motorboat. In 1862, he built the first automobile with an internal combustion engine, but the so-called blank engine wasn't efficient enough, and he died poor. Who is this Belgian inventor who devised the first commercially successful internal combustion engine?
Name sounds like a French painter. Crimson.
Renault.
What is it?
Renault.
Garu, 5 seconds. We were going for Etienne Lenoir. Black, Renoir, Lenoir. Anyway, with that, well, Crimson, you had a wave of really great answers in the end. However, Garu, you win again. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
And Crimson team, well, it was a very close game for the most part. It was a tough game for you, though. I know your supporters are disappointed. Well, what do you want to say?
I just wanted to thank everyone who supported us, and it was really great to be playing against the Garu team.
It's great to play against you guys too.
It's an honor to attend the 100 show, and I'd like to thank you, my family and friends. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for joining us for our special show. And Garu, 5 wins means you have tickets to go to Hawaii.
Wow.
Are you thrilled?
Very excited, very excited.
Are you going to go?
Well, yeah, I hope so. Yeah, barring any.
Well, are you planning to come back next week and join us for the game and try for
Let's
tickets?
try for that.
We'll try, fingers crossed.
All
Yeah,
right,
but,
continental US is what you're aiming for.
Yes.
All right, congratulations. Well, Garu has won 5 in a row. Join us again next week to see what happens. Have a great week. Bye-bye.